Welcome to Talk of the Tavern. I want to talk to you about the Superfriends. That's right, the animated series from the 70s that ran into the 80s. Be right back. Cause we're the talk the tavern. Okay, so there was this TV series, animated, in the 70s and 80s. Now, it had 6 official seasons. Some people add some of the Scooby-Doo episodes where Batman guest starred, etc., to the list. It ran through 85 or 86. It's unclear depending what website you look at. So I'm guessing that's repeats considering there was 6 official seasons. By the way, this is Writer's Tears and a Dolce Vita, I think it is. So this was a lot of my generation's introduction to comics before you read comics. Though I have been reading comics since I was about 4. Maybe 5. Don't remember really. But you had Superman, Batman, Robin, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, Hawkman, and of course you got a few others down the road: Firestorm, Darkseid, Apocalypse, and some villains. Cyborg at the very end of the run. So, hold on. There's something on the computer making noise. Up, it's gone. Let's just mute that tab. Oh, yeah, because I can't remember all this. By the way, they also had the Wonder Twins. So, Jace and Jana and Gleep. Very similar to Space Ghosts. I don't even remember Space Ghost sidekicks, but he had like 2 teen kids, a boy and a girl, and then some kind of space monkey with a lasso tail. So anyhow, Gleek. It was Gleek on Super Friends, and I guess, I don't know, Monkey Butt Tootsie Watsy on Space Ghost. Looking at the list here, you also had The Atom showed up, Hawk Girl, and then of course you had the Legion of Doom with them, where you had the who's who of DC heroes. I don't think they ever had Joker on it. I mean, he might have been in the episode, but he wasn't part of Legion of Doom. There you had Cheetah and Black Manta and Solomon Grundy. Like, somebody puts him on the council. Really? And of course, Lex Luthor and Brainiac leading the bunch. Now, later they reintroduce Legion of Doom in some of the animated movies like Doom or even Legends of Tomorrow. And that's kind of a nice throwback there, and I can never take them terribly serious because they fly around in a Darth Vader helmet before Darth Vader existed. But what I really wanted to talk about here is there were a couple of characters that were created just for the show. Now, this was wonderful at the time. They created Apache Chief, Native American, grew really big. Samurai, Asian, and like Red Tornado, he could basically make a little tornado come out of his bottom half, fly around, and do some other things with tornado-type powers. Black Vulcan, who was like Black Lightning. He wore this great... It's incredible. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. Not that I'll be able to share it with you. But he had this like onesie, like this gymnastic onesie that he would wear. And it was hilarious because... Yeah, well, like a lot of the superheroes of that era, even Shazam had like the full-length shirt, but then like a one-piece bathing suit attached to it, and of course a V that goes down to almost the belly button. And everybody stood with their fists on their hips. That's what they did. Except for Robin. He stood with his arms straight. I guess you had to hit a certain age before you were allowed to do the hippie thing. So, yeah, he was a black guy. And then they also added El Dorado. So, a Hispanic character that could do a few things, including teleport. Now, I want to say bravo for adding diversity. Now, others may argue it's tokenism. They're throwing it in there. But you know what? It started inclusion in that arena. Good for them. I'm going to thumbs up for that one. But if they did this today, if if they put out a show with all white heroes or cast, and then they started including people with names like Apache Chief, Black Vulcan, El Dorado, which are just racial stereotypes, people would tear them up. They really would. So what was diversity and inclusion then would now be considered tokenism and insulting, especially with stereotype for a name. I enjoyed the show. Go back and watch it again. Pick it up on, I don't think it's on Netflix. I've got some DVDs of it. Cheesy, stupid, horrible. Casey Kasem, the voice of the American music countdown in the 80s, played Robin. Who else did they have on there? Let's see if we have anybody we'd recognize. Nah, I'm not. Besides that, that's like the biggest name of the show. At least for me, in my memory. None of these other people are sticking out of my head. A few are vaguely familiar, but not enough that I'm like, oh yeah, that guy. Or girl. Woman. Man. So yeah, it's and it's funny now. They're like, well, it's not the real DC universe. It's not Earth 1. Its fans have dubbed it Earth 1A. And it's not Golden Age heroes, it's Silver Age heroes, and these are considered Bronze Age, which is your crossover time from the early 70s to the mid 80s, where we just had so many miniseries, maxi series, and crossovers and Crisis on Infinite Earths. That's when this all theoretically took place if you're a timeline person. Yeah, it started out with just kind of crazy people, and then eventually the all new Superfriends brought in some of the more well known. Yeah, the Riddler was in there. Anyhow, good times. Ted Knight. He's dead now, but I remember him from Too Close for Comfort, I think was the name of his TV series. He was a cartoonist. Well, there's kind of a picture. Yeah, that Black Vulcan outfit is killing me. Oh, Green Arrow, Flash. Did I mention Flash? Mr. Elastic Man, that's what it was. Yeah, and there's a blonde cave woman type person I don't even recognize. Anyhow, that's about that. Just a quick trip down memory lane and comparing what was healthy and forward thinking then that would now be insulting. Some people take shit too serious. Subscribe to the channel. Invite your friends over. Let's build this community together. Talk to you soon.